Well, now at 5, theft at a Christian school in Wayne County. The thief or thieves causing property damage worth thousands of dollars while stealing a bus used to take students on mission trips. Danielle Wiggins is live in Orville with the latest. This sounds crazy, Danielle.
Oh, Christy, it is. Now, the theft happened at Kingsway Christian School, just 4 miles from here at the Orville Police Department. And I went there just hours ago to check out the damage myself.
So somebody picked up a paver and threw it through our concession stand window.
And that was the start of an elaborate operation.
So we went back and contacted Wayne County Sheriff basically to report what we thought was vandalism.
To steal tools, gas, and a bus from Kingsway Christian School in Orville.
And then when we came back out here, we noticed a hole broken into the ceiling of our weight room.
They broke the window here. Yeah. Oh, God. Larry Groves, the maintenance director at the school, shows me how the thief or thieves made their way into the building through the concession stand's broken window, opening a door into the weight room.
Because it doesn't lock from the inside. There's no. Okay. And then it locks from the outside.
And they had to know that.
Yeah. Then
creating a hole in the ceiling to move through the attic, breaking through a firewall to come out of the ceiling inside the bus garage.
They had to know that the only way they were going to get down is to come down on top of the bus and then climb down.
Grove says once the thieves got the bus out of this garage, they drove down this access road, avoiding being spotted by cameras. You can still see the bus tracks in the grass.
So there's a row of trees that blocks that camera, and so they were able to get down that road and then just not be seen.
Now, Groves estimates that the property damage, as well as the stolen bus and tools, well, they all add up to about $30,000 to $40,000. They are hoping to just get that bus back and that whoever did this will be held responsible. And Christy, anyone with information is asked to call the Wayne County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, that sounded awfully strategic and like somebody, it sounds like somebody knew something in terms of how to get around that school. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Danielle Wiggins reporting live for us from Orville. Danielle, thank you so much.
Welcome back. It is not often a high school athlete makes history within their school's community.
But one player on Bedford's varsity boys football team is doing just that, making school history while kicking down barriers.
Danielle Wiggins has the story.
In football,
win me a football game, let's go.
And any other sport, a good coach pushes their team to reach their full potential.
Big game tonight, all right, do what you do.
And finds new ways to win after the team is hit with defeat.
We lost our first 2 games, and it came down to the other teams had kickers and we didn't.
Zach Toth is in his 2nd year as head coach of the varsity boys football team at Bedford High School. After losing the first 4 games of the season, Toth knew he needed to find a kicker. So he approached the soccer team's star player with these words.
We really, really need you to kick for us.
And she said yes, becoming the only Lady Bearcat to play with the boys this year.
I like getting myself into something new and new experiences.
17-year-old Anna Ningler-Ferroni, a junior on the varsity girls soccer team, whose coach was a little concerned about her playing football.
She's the best girl on the team. I was like, please don't get her hurt.
Had an immediate impact on the gridiron, becoming the first female athlete in Bedford's history to score in a varsity boys football game.
Right from that first kick, we knew that whatever barriers there are, we're going to break them because we need Anna to kick, and she's going to help us win some football games.
And that she did. Bedford went on to win the next 3 football games, with Anna making a combined 10 extra point kicks in those matchups. She even made her first tackle in this year's homecoming game. Anna's dad remembers that moment with pride.
She was the last one in front of the end zone. You better get him. And she went running over like it was nothing. She never tackled anybody before, and you would have not known it.
What? It was perfect. It was perfect. Good job. Really good job.
For Anna and Coach Toth, her presence on the boys' football team speaks to the character of Anna's male teammates.
I don't feel like the only girl on the team. They don't make me feel belittled or something because I'm not a guy.
They're fine kind of stepping to the side and letting her have some of the spotlight and sharing that with her. So it's really cool and uplifting to see as a coach that your young men are rallying behind a female kicker.
Showing that no matter the record, the team's potential, like this kick, is good.
Well, Coach Toth tells me he asked players on the boys' soccer team to be the kicker, but they all turned him down, so Anna stepped up. And she's an inspiration to other female athletes. Before a game last month, Anna met Jolene, a 5th grade girl who plays tackle football for her city's team. Jolene wanted to meet the girl who made history in Bedford.
But first, tonight, fire officials are telling 3 News that massive fire at the St. Theodosius Cathedral in Tremont was an accident caused by roofers. That accident will cost the century-old church at least $1 million to remedy.
Our team is covering all angles tonight. Ina Lai looks back at the church's remarkable history and significance, not only in Northeast Ohio, but also nationwide. But first tonight, picking up the pieces. Danielle Wiggins explains how religious leaders from across the country are coming together to help. Danielle joined us now live. Good evening.
Good evening to you, Russ and Christy. Now, the Cathedral's Archbishop of Chicago and the Midwest is in town to help lead this congregation through their loss.
As raindrops fall from the sky, hymns and prayers are lifted up to the heavens.
Have mercy on us and save us, for thou art good.
In front of what's left of the historic St. Theodosius Orthodox Cathedral in Cleveland's Tremont neighborhood. The church is now left in ruins because of an accidental fire caused by roofers.
I was glad that no one was hurt or killed, and I had the confidence that we'll be able to address this new situation together and that we'll see the cathedral rebuilt.
The cathedral's Archbishop of Chicago and the Midwest traveled to Cleveland just hours after Tuesday's fire to lead this Wednesday morning service.
And in a time of loss like this, a time of grief for them, it's just natural for me to be here with them.
The damage to the more than 100-year-old building is estimated at $1 million.
It's devastating to see, but it's nice to know that we have such a wonderful family of parishes all across, the city and all over coming together to make it back up what it was in the first place.
As the water drips down from the ceiling to the rubble below, it's a reminder to parishioners that although the fire destroyed this building, it did not destroy their faith.
And we have every hope that the church will be rebuilt. The congregation is strong, and our faith is strong. So we will come back, and it will be beautiful.
Now, the Archbishop tells me that the congregation will hold Sunday service in a hall on the property, but that they will need to find a more permanent place to worship until the cathedral is restored. And picking up the second part of the story is Lena Lai, who was looking into the history of this Tremont church.
Danielle Wiggins is near Drake Road. That's just west of I-71. Where that part of the road remains closed. Danielle, good evening to you. How are efforts going to control the leak in that area?
Well, Jay, within the last hour, you can see here a backhoe has arrived to begin the digging process to, fix this water main break. We are at the intersection of Drake Road and Saratoga Trail. For those of you who are not familiar with this area, this is between Pearl Road and Howe Road. Earlier today, you can see here, our cameras were rolling as a steady stream of water flowed down Drake Road. The Cleveland Department of Public Utilities says there was a break on a 12-inch water main, and there's no time frame as to when the break will be fixed. So I spoke to Larice Bach, who lives within the impacted area of Drake. Now, she says today's water main break isn't the first major one that she's seen. In fact, she says this is at least the third water main break on this portion of Drake in less than a year.
You would think that these kind of problems wouldn't be a continuing situation. And unfortunately, it has been. So it's a big inconvenience. And if there's a way that they can have this situation rectified totally, it would greatly help the residents, at least in this area.
Now, we also talked to one of Bach's neighbors who showed us the flooding in her basement as a result of today's water main break. Now, she didn't want to be identified on camera, but she too spoke about the multiple water main breaks here on Drake recently. So as you can see, this scene here, as we're live here on Drake and Saratoga Trail, residents here have become accustomed to this. Now, I did reach out to a representative from Cleveland Water to ask them and try to confirm, well, exactly how many water main breaks have happened on this portion of Drake within the last year. That rep told me that they are pulling some trend data and will get back to me as soon as they have that information. And of course, Jay, I will update the audience both on air and online when we get that information. Now, coming up at 6, Jay, the impact that this water main break here and fixing it is having on residents.
Yeah, looks like a major inconvenience for those that live near that intersection. Danielle Wiggins, we look forward to your report at 6. Thank you.